We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, good move. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. No, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
56 is the mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike 56.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
At the 32-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Mike 5-4. All day, just like that. Just like that.
On 1st down, here's Breida. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11. Hey, 7. 21.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
22 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Say alert. Hey, dude. I got you.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 180. 54. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch the safety creep.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Able to slither by. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A first down throw for Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. 26. 56. Here we go, 47.
This looks like a free play for Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, watch that. 21. Here we go. Bravo.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business. We know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh, my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shadow of your own end zone there to go for. I get it if it's late 4th quarter. Well, it paid off. I guess the end justifies the means, right?
It certainly does. Had to be more than a gut feeling there. Had to be just total confidence they would pick it up.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go. Check right 54. Right 54. Get that quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down in inches.
Here we go.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Slack. Hey, go.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now.
Switch it. Go to 54. Why? Hey, kill.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to float this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here we go. Wait, E. So don't say nothing. Patrick. Hey, alert.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 6 man. 21. Hey, exit. Here we go, D. All day, defense. 12, fellas, here we go. Jim. Go ahead.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, chill.
Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
I'm coming. Here go 46. 56. Mike 56. Hey, watch him. Under. 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
50 yards to Mike. 50 yards to Mike. Double dog. That's the way.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
55, Mike. Hey, Charlie. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. 65. Mike 55.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Garoppolo now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
To throw is Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big run that time by Elliott. 52 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. A beautiful fake. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. It's a keeper with Prescott, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. Just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pull it together. Hey, gun. Roy.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Two yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
13. I got you. Motion.
Garoppolo again. And that is incomplete.
Now we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 15-yard line.
Check. 47. We're going to 54.
Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We don't want this.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 56. Push him back. Push him back.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And that's Elliott, complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here we go. 180. Check. 6. 12, fellas. Here we go. 5. 21. You got time. You got time like that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Hey, Steve Stick! Steve Stick!
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
White. Hey, Wood.
At the 35-yard line.
55. Hey, eat. Hey, come on, no. 21. 55.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Garoppolo now. And that is incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned it. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone from the 10-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll increase their lead to 28. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time it wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
21. 12.
They run with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it.
The offense retains possession.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They go play action here on first down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
White. Kill.
Now it's Breida. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
11.
2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
Garoppolo. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, wahoo! Target. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. 11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And able to find Dorsett. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This is Breida. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense has risen to the challenge all evening long. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Here we go. 52's the mic. I got you. I got you.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Cowboys, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.